Cuts it back 5. Touchdown Breakers.
Yo, what is going on, Breaker Nation? It is your boy Leaux. I am back in this thing, and today I am joined by Mcleod Bethel Thompson, the man himself. I appreciate you taking the time to join us today. How are you doing?
Doing great. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, absolutely. So the first thing that I always do when I do interviews is I ask you guys to kind of talk about your life story a little bit. So if you want to go ahead and do that.
Oh, that's a big question. Can't encapsulate it in a couple sentences, but I grew up, I'm a Cali kid. I grew up in San Francisco, California. Did college, high school and college out there in California, and then spent a journey in the NFL, traveling around a whole bunch of teams, couldn't quite stick. Last number of years I've been in the CFL, won a couple Grey Cups, and I have a 2-year-old amazing daughter named Aziza, a wife named Shanaka, and I wanted to come back to the States and play ball here in the States. So that's why I'm in the USFL and playing one season here and enjoying my time in Birmingham. I got my daughter and my wife here, and life is good.
Absolutely. And so coming out of college, you were in the AFL, the Arena Football League. You played for the Saber Cats. What was it kind of like going from playing 11-on-11 to playing in the Arena League?
Yeah, it was a great transition. I got injured a bunch in college, so I wasn't sure if I was going to get an opportunity in professional football. And so I was super appreciative of the opportunity and met some really, really amazing people there that are still lifelong friends. It was a great game, understanding the high motion, understanding how that attacks the leverage, and the leverage of the DB and the space on the field is obviously way different, and there's a learning curve every single time. But like I said, I learned a lot about the game, learned a lot about my footwork, and made some lifelong friends that I'm very grateful for.
Absolutely. And you talked about how you kind of played for, a handful of NFL teams, but in 2016 you played for the Eagles, and Coach Flip was there at the same time. So is that kind of where you met Coach DeFilippo?
Yeah, definitely. It's 100% the reason why I'm here. Obviously the opportunity to stay close to my daughter and my wife is number one. And then Coach Flip, he was amazing when I was in my time in Philly. We stayed in contact, and he reached out when he got this job. So very grateful for him. I know he has a bunch of knowledge about the game of football, and especially how to play quarterback. So I'm looking forward to soaking up and playing some really good ball this spring.
Absolutely. And you talked about how you played in Toronto. You won a couple championships. This past year, you won a championship, and you were the guy. So kind of talk about like what that meant, because you had been in the CFL for a couple years. So what did that championship mean to you?
Yeah, it was amazing. We went on 2017, went on a magical journey to win the championship in 2017. And I saw what it took to build brotherhood in the locker room, and what that's like, and how you build a championship DNA from the inside out. Then we had a couple of hard years there in Toronto. So just couldn't find wins. It wasn't a lack of talent. It wasn't a lack of anything except that cohesiveness. And then able to build that the last 2 years. Went to the East Finals last year, and then won the Grey Cup this last year. And how that organic nature of a locker room is built, and that brotherhood and that trust and that winning culture. It was a really fantastic journey, and I'm so grateful for the Argos. And while that chapter of my life at CFL has closed, I'm forever grateful for it, and I leave a champion. And that I'll have that ring to show it. But I'm really excited for this opportunity. I've always been a be where my feet are kind of guy, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to playing and winning the championship down here in the USFL.
Absolutely. And you mentioned family as a big part of why you came back to the United States and why you were in the USFL. So what does family mean to you?
It means everything. It's it's an honor, it's a dedication, it's a privilege to be a father and be a girl dad and be a serving and loving partner. It defines me in so many different ways. Like there's really two things I want to do in my life. I want to take care of my family and play football, and I get to do that here in Birmingham. So, and I come from a really amazing family. My mom, my dad, my brother and sister really take really good care of me, and always show me love. And I come from that kind of culture. And so I want to instill that in my family and be close to them and be close to my daughter and my partner as they're, as we're building our family unit and our traditions and all that type of stuff. So I'm so happy for my time here in Birmingham to just do two things, and that's football and family, and nothing's better.
That's amazing. I love to hear that stuff. So as far as football specifically goes, why the Breakers?
We had mentioned it. The connection with DiFilippo for sure is a huge reason. An opportunity here to be the guy. Other teams that having played last year have an established starter. So opportunity here to be the guy as a new transition comes in, and then to work with Flip and those amazing coaching staff. And obviously, there's a huge amount of talent. The defense. A lot of the guys are back and played really well last year, and now we're going to be kind of a new look team on offense, but we have some talent coming back as well. So I think we're going to be a dangerous team, and I'm excited to get to work.
Absolutely. What are some goals that you have for this season for yourself specifically, but also for the team?
Yeah, I've kind of let go of a lot of those personal goal things. A lot of that is kind of ego. Like I've led the league in passing in professional football. I led the league in touchdowns in professional football. I've done all that type of stuff. And while that would be great and fine, it really is not the goal, and it can't be the goal as a quarterback. The goal has to be to find a way to win football games. So there's only one goal, and that's winning a championship. And I think that as we build this week by week, day by day, you have to take it one step at a time. So it's how can we build a championship DNA, and how we can build that culture literally day by day. It's got to happen quick because we're a bunch of strangers right now for the most part, but we got the right talent to do it. And there's no other measure than winning football games and holding that trophy at the end of the season.
Absolutely. And you being, a quarterback, a lot of times quarterbacks are looked at as leaders. So what kind of things do you do to help maybe get closer to teammates and learn about them and whatnot?
Yeah, on the field, you want to, everyone had the same, especially as an offense, everyone have the same, see the game the same way, and see it through each other's eyes, and build that kind of that bond and that chemistry on the field, and then off the field is just to get to know who they are. If you don't know who they are, then you're not going to play hard for them. So just get to know guys, take time to sit down and have a conversation. Where you're from, how's your family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And throughout the year, we'll take opportunities to take O-line trips and receiver trips and running back trips and all that type of stuff to just see each other off the field and hang out. So we'll definitely take advantage. Obviously, camp is a crazy time, so we won't be able to do it now. But hopefully, as the season starts, we can get that rolling for sure.
Absolutely. And this is not as important, but you've worn number 4 a lot in your career. And I know number 4 was available. So did you get to?
No,
get that
so
as your number?
the camp numbers have been distributed, and it's not set as of right now. So we'll see what that looks like coming out of camp. I don't think the numbers that we're having camp are the numbers we'll have during the season. So I'm not worried about it. Number doesn't make the man makes the number. So hopefully it works out, but no worries either way, and we'll figure out that as camp goes through.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people have talked about, maybe your age or some injuries that you've had and things of that nature. But what do you say to the people that are still doubting you after everything you've accomplished?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to them at all. I know how good of a shape I'm in. I know what I feel like at this age, and I like it. I enjoy it. Like I've been doubted my whole entire career, so keep it coming. I think it makes you stronger. I don't feed into them. It's a way of powering me up when I have a slow day. I can make sure I get up on the days you're tired and sore and be like, no, I got someone to prove wrong today. So I appreciate all of it. I appreciate the praise. I appreciate the criticism. I love it all.
Absolutely. I've seen the workout videos. I don't think it's a factor, but people can say what they want. So when you've got, a free day and no football going on, nothing like that, what are some things that you like to do, just in your free time?
Yeah, being a father of a 2-year-old daughter, you kind of give up all your free time for the most part. So a day when I'm not playing football, we'll get up, and this morning was a little bit slow morning, so I got to take my daughter and my partner to a pancake breakfast. So we got some pancakes here this morning at the Pancake House in Little 5 Points here in Birmingham, or 5 Points South. And then we went to the park and we got to run around there. So I just do kid things, to be honest. Anything from playing with, reading books to playing with tea sets to playing with dolls to that's what I do these days. So I'm a 2-year-old daughter dad, And so if I'm not playing football, I'll probably be with her.
That's amazing. I love the how much you love being around your family and stuff. That's awesome. Do you have like a pregame maybe ritual or anything that you do? Because I know some guys have some outlandish stuff that they like to do before a
Yeah,
game.
I used to be very regiment oriented, like very routine oriented, and everything had to be the same. I used to have to eat the same peanut butter and jelly sandwich before each game and all that type of stuff. But that's kind of gone by the wayside because I've been so many different environments and around so many things that those were always felt like um, if it had to go perfect for it to be a benefit. So I'm much more rather than rituals, I'm a routine guy. So I'll make sure my body's in the right place, do the same kind of stretching routine, but no like superstitions or rituals because you can't control some things that change all the time. If the rain gets delays a game or something like that, then it could really throw you off. So routines in terms of stretching and preparing the body, but no crazy rituals, no nothing wild like that. But yeah, definitely try to get my body in the best shape possible and make sure I'm fresh for game time, and then just be right there in the moment as much as possible.
Absolutely. You have a teammate on the defensive side of the ball that likes to bowl before every game, and like ever since that interview, I've had to ask
I
everybody
love
because
that.
like it was I was way caught off guard. Way
I
caught
hope
off
he's a
guard.
good bowler.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come on today, and this was really good stuff. So, good luck in Birmingham. Obviously, stay healthy, and I would love to have you on another time. So,
Yeah, hopefully
is there anything
hopefully we're
else?
winning some games, and we can talk after a couple wins, first couple season games of the season.
Absolutely, that's the goal. So, if usually at the end I kind of give you the floor to say anything you want to say, or things of that nature.
No, I just I'm curious. I guess your fans and your followers probably know this, but how are you involved in the Breakers, and how did you become a Breakers fan, and are you tapped in with the old New Orleans Breakers? And yeah, what's a little piece about why you follow and what you want to bring to the team?
All right. So to give you the quick rundown, my dad raised me in New Orleans, and he played music on Bourbon Street and whatnot. And in 2021, I wasn't really going to follow this league all that much just because the XFL burned me and all that stuff. So I saw New Orleans Breakers, and I was like, okay, like this is a thing now. Like I got to do this. I started a fan page on Instagram, and it kind of slowly blew up. And then the people at the network, they reached out to me and wanted me to co-host a Breaker show, which eventually kind of became this, which is now my show. Um, and yeah, I'm really just a fan that's been blessed with some great opportunities to meet some great people like you. And um, yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
love it.
It's nothing too crazy,
Don't
but
stop. You never know what it can
great.
turn into. Keep building and getting better. I love it.
Absolutely, that's the goal. Just see where it goes.
Awesome.
But I appreciate
Gotcha.
you asking. By the way,
Absolutely. Appreciate you doing the work.
absolutely. This is, like I said, I'm blessed, very blessed.
Yeah, we all are. We're all very fortunate we get to talk and play and commentate about a game. So appreciate you
Exactly.
having me on. Let's talk soon.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Alrighty.